Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So let's look at MON or MO token. Basically, I did cover this when it came out. It was somewhere around 300 million, or like I think it was at I believe 25 cents or something like that. I did say that there was a possibility that it could go as high as 6 cent or even 8 cent is a possibility, but it did go as high as 5 cent or 4.9, and after that it actually made a really good correction. It went as low as 3.6, and as of now it seems like that it is going up. So let's break it down what is happening with the MON and like where it may be headed as of now. So if you look at if you just look at like the aftermath of listing, they had really good like updates, as you can see here. So basically MetaMask actually ended up fully supporting like Monad, so really good. After that, MON went live in Telegram as well, as you can see here. Users can now deposit and swap MON directly inside wallet in Telegram, really good. After that, there is MON and USDC on Monad are now supported on Polymarket, and the big thing I would say for the Monad. After that, we have lists of like different deployed apps, as you can see here. And after that we have like listings. As of now the token is available on most of the exchanges, but it has yet to launch on Binance. So that is something, I think if that happens, there is a possibility that we may actually see a pretty good surge from the MON token as well. But as of now it is not live on like Binance, so that is something you should know. Now if you talk about like its DeFi, its ecosystem is doing fairly well, as you can see. Its TVL did hit like a new high of 152 million. In terms of the DEX volume, it is fairly high. It actually peaked somewhere around 265 on November 26, and as of now it is at 222 million. It is still a lot. If you look at the perp volume, that is also doing fairly well. It did go down after like November 26, but overall it's doing fairly well, I would say, at 85 million to like 80 million. That's really good. Now in terms of stablecoin market cap, that is also doing extremely well. So as of now it seems like that MON's like fundamentals still look really strong, so I would say that's really good. Now in terms of the token like tokenomics, we don't have any more sell pressure for like 1 year, so I guess that's good. Of course, we may see sell pressure from the airdrop farmers, that is a possibility, and we may also see some sell pressure from like public sale as well. But overall, I think the tokenomics is solid, so I would say that should help it. Now, I have covered this token in a detail. You can check that video out as well. Now, if you just like look at its price, as of now, this is how it looks like. So again, as I said, the catalyst that we are looking at as of now would be some kind of news or some kind of announcement, or like the Binance listing. That is another catalyst that can, I think, help MON to hit a new high. So as of now, if we talk about its price, the token is basically, of course, we don't have that much history, so we'll just work with what we have. So in terms of its price, so the token is like in the downtrend, I would say, ever since like it hit a high of 49 cent. So as of now, I think we are following this trend line. So if we see a breakout above from this trend line, there is a possibility that it may go as high as 4.2 cent or even like eventually as high as 4.9 cent. Again, it can also reject on this trend line as well. So if it does reject here, there is a possibility that we may see another meltdown as low as 3.1 cent or even as low as 2.9 cent is a possibility. That is if it rejects here. So let's see what happens, but as of now this is, I think, the price action that I can think of or that I can analyze for MON token as of now. Again, even if it does break out from here, it does have a really strong resistance somewhere around here. So again, even if it does break above from here, if it doesn't like go above 4.2 to 4.1 cent, there is a possibility that it can just go and like it can just go below this trend line here again. So that is another possibility. Now it can also do this as well, so it can like we can see a breakout here and it can like basically test on this trend line, and after that we could after that we can see this massive move as well. So that is possible as well. I would say I wouldn't I think I still like this possibility as well. But again, I think there is also a really high possibility that it just doesn't break above from here and it hits a new low. And if it does go down, I think the token can be a good buy somewhere around 3.1 to 3.2 cent level. If not, if it does continues to go lower, like somewhere around probably 3 to 2.9 cent is still a really good entry point for this token. And again, if you look at its market cap, it is still at 400 mil. So I think there is a possibility that MON can go as high as 800 mil. I would say I think that it's still like in the books. If it does go, let's say, if we just look at the history of other layer 2s that launched recently, let's say if we look at the SUI, or even if we look at the SAY or even Aptos, all of them like did struggle at first when they launched. So even if you look at the SUI, if we look at like, let's say if we look at the Aptos was at like 400 mil for like some time. As you can see, it launched back in October, and after that it went as low as like 400 million. After that it went to that 2 billion mark. And again, same with SUI struggled to break that 500 mil mark, as you can see, for like 2 to 3 months, and after that it just started to go up. So there is a possibility that like MON can pull this exact same move. So I wouldn't I don't think that I would minus that as well. So again, I think this is possible. Again, as of now, if you look at the launch of the MON, it is similar to SUI. SUI of course launched at 700 mil and it went as low as 300 mil, but again MON launched at 300 mil, so there's a possibility that it may go back to that 1 billion mark, and if that happens, that is going to be a massive surge. So again, there is also another possibility that we may see like at least like 50% market cap like correction, so something like 200 mil is a possibility as of now. If that happens, let's say if it does go as low as 200 mil, there's a possibility that MON can hit that 1.8 cent level as well. But again, I think as of now MON is giving the same vibes as Aptos as well as SUI. So there's a possibility that in the future it may like surge like SUI or the Aptos. I think that is like really possible. And even if you look at like another network, let's just say, or even let's just look at story or the IP. So if you look at the SAY did the exact same thing. It launched at 80 million, and it traded there sometime, and after that it went as low as high as 2 billion. If you look at the story or the IP, exact same thing happened. It was at like 400 million, and after that it went to 1.1 billion. So there is a possibility that MON can hit that 1 billion mark as well. And if that happens, if it does go as high as 1 billion, basically MON will be at 8 cent, I think. Let's see what happens, but that is like my analysis on the MON token. Thanks for watching. I will be back with more. Thank you.